It's your boy Ty West, Toro Talk Sports. We here getting money unedited, uncensored, and scripted. Like I promised y'all, man. I came through with my end of the bargain, and he pulled up like Huggies on me. My man Manolo Rose talk that shit out. What's good, baby, bro?
Yeah, what's the word, man? What's the word?
Oh, man, we had to do this, bro. You know what I'm trying to do. You know I respect
Yeah,
everything that you got going on and everything like that. So it's
yeah,
always
definitely.
definitely big respect thing right there. You know, we come up like last week's guest, man, like Bino, you know.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
come up
yeah.
like, since kids, Edgemere Projects type shit. So,
Yeah, yo, you know it's crazy that you even mentioned Bino. That was the first time I ever even been in a where niggas was recording in anything, you know what I'm saying? Was
right.
at Bino crib.
This is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah,
That
the nigga Bino was the engine. He was engineering stat one day. But it would just happen to be a day. You know what I mean? Like me and Bino was together playing ball. And the nigga, after we came from playing ball, the nigga we went to the crib and he was engineering. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got my man gonna come and record. And he was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you wanna come upstairs? I'm like, fuck it, come on. So we up there chilling. Word, the nigga was called recording stack. And
that type shit.
yeah, he was recording stack and shit in his motherfucking living room. Word.
That's crazy because you already know, like
Yeah.
nigga, me and your people, Cesaria, nigga, me and her was in the same class as first grade all the way up
Mm-hmm.
in your high school. So you already know
Mm-hmm.
the whole fam. Shout out to my son Kanav, CEO Nav. You already know that's the big bro.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, just before we get into anything, it was crazy once I seen you just rapping and shit. Like shit fucked me up,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit and I was getting straight stunting magazines, and I seen you in that shit, and I'm like flicking through them, looking through the bitches and shit
That's
like
a fact.
that.
That's
And
a
I
fact.
like flick by you, and I'm like, nah. And then the next page, I'm like, hell no.
That's a
Word.
fact. That's a fact. Hell yeah. But we had,
Just
and
before
it's crazy because we did the cover of that joint. Me, French and Zach.
word.
Word, me, French and
Fucked
Zach.
me up. And then my son, shout out to
Yeah.
my nigga Gil from the hood. Nightmare, you heard that nigga pulled up and was telling me like, nah, boy, lit. I'm like, nah, that's the bro right there, whatever, whatever. So before, like, soon as I seen that, we gonna get into the beginning of everything. You heard not to go
Okay.
on right now, but I just want to let everybody know. Once I see you start rapping, I just want to let everybody know that nigga come from that Lord Superb rap tree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, that's a fact.
And that's what these niggas don't know. A lot of these niggas don't know you come from that motherfucking that family tree of rap from Lord
Yeah,
Superb.
yeah.
It never surprised me like the shit that comes out your mouth. I'll be dying, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's a
Like,
fact.
if you're a nigga like me, you remember everything and always
Yeah,
paying attention and shit. So when some of the
yeah.
shit you be hitting in your lyrics, I'll be like, it's a funny nigga. But yeah, you know that whole motherfucking that whole basketball scene, man. That's how we
Mm-hmm.
like became close and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that shit was crazy because you was the point guard every year for us when you pulled
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And
Nah,
that's
that's
how
a
we
fact.
became close and it just blossomed from years, on like that. So that whole basketball shit was your passion at first. So just touch on that
Yeah.
right quick.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know, damn. When I I first learned really how to play from my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like and playing it. This when I had moved from Far Rockaway from Edgemere and moved to Brownsville and shit, right? To Marcus Garvey Village or whatever. And I learned how to play on the crate. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned how to play basketball on crate and shit like that. Um, so I'm talking about 7 years old. You know what I mean? Before I started like really taking the basketball shit
Hell
serious. I'm talking about 6, 7 years old. So, but just do my whole journey from that shit. I like, I played with and against everybody from my era. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas from my time, everybody, all them niggas went to the league. Niggas like Chris Taft
I
went
remember
played for the
that
Warriors.
Pittsburgh, right? Big
Right,
dude,
he went to
like 6'10".
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
right. Tav went to Pittsburgh. He played for the Warriors.
I remember him. Cornbread Joker.
Me and Bashy played in the same backcourt in IS8.
Yeah, he was real deal.
You know what I'm saying? And Bashy went on at playing the league for 10 years.
Yeah, definitely had a definitely respectable NBA career because a lot of people make it to last as long as he did. Salute Bash.
Right, that's a fact. Gary Forbes, he went to the league. Me and Gary Forbes on the same team for a long time. He went to he was playing for Toronto. He had his longest stint in Toronto. Who else? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Quincy Doobie. Right, he was playing, you know what I'm saying? He was on Sacramento Kings. He had a stint on the Kings for a while, and the countless other niggas that went overseas, you know what I'm saying? So like I had like, you know what I mean? I traveled the world playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? Definitely.
And I was witness to that, bro, because by the time we got wind of you, you was like some next generation shit.
Yeah, I was already moving and grooving.
A lot of people don't know that, and I'm trying to get that out to the masses, G.
Yeah.
Like, when we got wind of you, like when you pulled up in them courts, and we like, that's Betty? Hold on.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. Like, you know what I mean?
And we was taking you to Ham, we was taking you to one night. You was shaking out. It was you and Quan.
Yeah, definitely.
We had a 2-point guard backcourt.
Yeah, and you know, I met because I met Aquan when he was living in Brownsville. Like that's how I knew him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we used to play in a bunch of tournaments against each other. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one time I had with Rockaway, because you know I used to come back to Rockaway every weekend. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So when I came back, that nigga just was there.
You heard?
Shout out my nigga Skrilla, man. So my nigga locks up. You know what I mean? But we went to fucking. I get back to the hood, and the nigga Aquan was just there. I don't know where the nigga came from, but he was just there.
He connected.
He like, yo, what the fuck you doing out here? I'm like, what the fuck you doing out here?
This me, right?
Well, you know some funny shit. My first time seeing a nigga out there, right, was when niggas had remember niggas had a stint where niggas had the boxing gloves and niggas was fighting every day in Molly G's lobby.
Nah, that Cash Money High Rollers.
So yeah, let me tell you some funny shit.
Man, those niggas was different, man.
And the nigga, right? And the nigga Aquan, right? He was he a left-handed nigga, so the nigga was boxing. Niggas had the gloves, so everybody was boxing and shit. And the nigga was boxing Molly G's. But look, one of the gloves, a nigga.
What's up, Mom? Shout out myself. What's up?
The nigga took the cushion out the gloves. Somebody took one of the cushions.
Punk, what's up, shit?
Nah. And nigga, I ain't gonna front, nigga Molly G's beat the shit out of
Yo, this is not West Twirl Talk Sports. We talking shit, man. This is old
and then, right here. And then the nigga stink. The nigga stink.
Stunner. Look,
yeah,
the fire starter. The nigga who
fighting,
right.
The nigga stink for Kedar. You know what I mean?
Kedar different. But the nigga all the way different.
Yeah, let me tell you, the nigga hit Stink with an uppercut that was so hard.
Yeah, Keita was tough.
The whole lobby stopped moving.
Yeah, when he was in his right frame of mind, he go blow for blow with any little nigga in the hood. Keita was tough.
Yeah, nigga hit the nigga Stink so hard with an uppercut, man. That shit stopped the lobby. Nigga said, stop. Stop fighting. No,
my cousin Stink, man.
Nigga came up with
Whoa, I'm dead right now, G.
Yeah, like that, like You know what I'm saying? That's how far back, you know what I'm saying? I go
Right.
my in the hood.
Yeah. Nah, that
I
shit
was there for all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was there for all of that. I was there for I seen everybody come up, you know what I'm saying? And we all grew, you know what I mean, all grew together, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Now I'm definitely proud of you, bro. You know that shit brightened my day being in the situation I was in, locked up in prison, and flipping a magazine and seeing the nigga that I grew up with and, you know, kicked it with like on another level with, and we get into that, you know. We used to cut to the hood, even if we wasn't playing ball. I see you pulling up with your book bag on.
Yeah, nigga just out there, nigga just chilling. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Our conversations was always different. Like we used to talk about. Remember, we used to be watching the Oz shit.
Shit. That's a fact.
Talk about Oz every time we see each other. Word, like I shit.
Man, that's a fact, man. Like.
Hell
yeah. That's true indeed. You know what I'm saying? We just talk about movies, all sorts
like
of
that and shit like that. Matter of fact, a nigga had hit me up from Albany Projects. I was locked up with and shit. The first interview did the audio only shit that we did on Spotify like 6 months ago. And dude named Squirt. He was nice and bald and shit.
Squirt, that's my man.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact.
That's my man.
He like, yo, you know Manolo. I'm like, nigga, me and Manolo grew up together. Like I know his whole family. All that's my yo, nah. He like, yo, you doing? I'm like, nah, we trying to get it in. Like Manolo fucking with me, I'm fucking with him, nigga. I'm promoting. Like I told niggas, man, niggas is helping me come and getting on my shit, and at the same token, I'm promoting y'all niggas shit all the time. Even if y'all wasn't getting on here, like I always said, nigga, I showed niggas love that I know I wouldn't get back. Because that's just the type of nigga I am. I don't care about that shit. Like, distance like this was y'all niggas like, hey, fuck y'all niggas talking about. Like, nah, for real.
It's true, man. Cause you know that nigga, let me tell you something, man. That nigga Squirt, man. Squirt was like
talented, bro.
When Squirt, I remember being a kid because you know, Squirt a little, he older than me, but
yeah, he talented.
Man, I remember watching that nigga, man, coming out of junior high school. When Squirt was coming out of junior high school, man, that nigga was like, he was next level shit, my nigga. And it was like, man, this nigga was so good, man. Like you know what I mean? He was like
he was different, bro.
You know, the tall point guard, you know what I mean? He was one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I got him in prison, bro, and he was still tough. We was in the same
that nigga Squirt was, I seen him destroy NBA niggas. I watched him do it.
I watched Go At It. Well, I didn't watch. I came like 2 weeks after he left. The nigga Ron from OV. Him and Squirt was putting on a motherfucking clinic in that gym.
Ron was nice. You know what I'm saying? Ron was nice. You know what I mean? But that nigga Squirt, man, that nigga was different, bro. Like, it was him and another nigga from Roosevelt Projects in Brooklyn, nigga Tyreek Leach. He had went to New Mexico. He was playing for New Mexico. Man, them niggas was nice. I'm telling you, that nigga Squirt was a beast on the street, bro.
That's one nigga right now. If I think he Squirt probably like 34 right now. If he was to get conditioned 6 months of training, he could go overseas and get like a good 40. Playing.
Yeah, he'd be alright still. Nah, that nigga.
Him catching a dude that was like 6'8", rebound up north. You heard? Word, Squirt deal, bro.
He's a tall point guard, man. That nigga used to play like alley mo.
Shout out to my son, Skrilla G's from Hamels. Shake Money, little brother, David Dickerson, nigga. Him and Skrilla used to go at it up there, nigga.
Yeah.
Brick wall.
Yeah. Wow. That's a fact. That nigga Squirt was tough, man. He was one of them dudes where I really like learned how to like play. You know what I'm saying? Watching the nigga play, like that nigga Squirt was nice.
Nah, hell yeah,
different.
But hell yeah, fast forwarded it along. Once I came home, you know, I moved up here to, and I bumped heads with Mike. You know, Meddy. Shout out to Meddy, Linda, all my Patrick, Dev, everybody. But like shit like that, you know, and I'm like, yo, I ain't even know Manolo was rapping and whatever. And he was like, nah, yo, bro, I remember, you know, other dudes was rapping and he was just up there like helping motherfuckers, like, nah, you should say this, you should say that. And he said one day he was like, you know what? I'm just about to start doing this shit right now. Like, fuck it, I'm out for myself, and then next thing you know,
Nah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? Like I never been really, you know what I'm saying? I never thought to even say a rap song. I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. Me personally. Um, shit so ill because when I used to be in the studio with my brother and them, when they first had got their little indie, when they had got their indie deal or whatever, I was like picking beats and shit like that. Like I didn't care about no fucking. I was a little kid, you know what I mean? Doing that. And then when my man, he had got a situation, my man Telly, he had got a little situation in like that, like that underground rap scene shit. And he became like a celebrity down there. I should just go to his shows, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just support him. I ain't never thought about even saying a rap. I didn't give a fuck about rap. You know what I mean? Right. That wasn't something I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, shit just kind of fell on my lap, you know?
Nah, that's crazy though, bro. Cause that shit, I see you done rub shoulders with somebody, elite.
Oh no, yeah, indeed.
So how you came across that situation with that whole, Memphis Bleak and Rock Nation and
well that shit came through well what happened was first, you know what I mean, just to backtrack. I had deals on the table from like everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had deals on the table from Def Jam, Joey IE from Interscope, he wanted to sign me. 2 Chainz was trying to get me to start to come over there with them to start the TRU shit that he was doing.
True.
Right. And French. And then I start fucking with French first. So when I was fucking with French, you know what I mean, I was just moving around with French and doing the shit I was doing with French. And then and I had gotten that situation from Bobby Trans. Bobby Trans had linked me up with French because at the time Chinks was still alive and Chinks was telling French, he like, yo, this nigga got the biggest record out here right now. We should, pull this nigga out on a show.
Definitely. So, and that was his more love because Chinks from Edgemere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Chinks and Twan is real, and Antoine Bailey. Chinks and Twan is real close.
Shout out to our job.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were so close. The nigga, that's how me and Chinks got cool. You know what I'm saying? So even when the records with me and Chinks came out, crazy enough, when I sent Chinks the record and he was sending his verse back for get your shit together, him and Bino was in the studio at the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bino hit me first, like, yo, this nigga went crazy on the shit you sent him and shit like that before I even heard it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how, just that's connected. Fire. Yeah, that's just how connected everybody was.
That's fire.
And then so while I was with so Bobby Trans and Chinks linked me with French. And me and French started vibing out. You know what I mean? That's how we got cool. You know what I'm saying? And just a little bit while after that, that's when Chinks had got killed and all that shit. Man. And when when he died, that's how me and French started fucking around.
Yeah. Nah, that's dope, bro, because like, just being coming from where we coming from and being able to see the type of shit that I know you done seen and the type of shit that I know you done been around, that's just like accomplishment. Yeah. That's to take care of your family off of something.
That's a fact. That too, and then so when I went to so after I got with French was having a falling out with Epic at the time. This before he had got the Interscope. Yeah. So he was having a fallout with them, so that stagnated what he was trying to do.
Right.
It all put us in limbo. And then Bleak, I was recording at Uncle Murder studio.
Shout out to Uncle Murder. That's one of my favorite motherfuckers right there.
Man. Yeah, him and White. You know what I'm saying? I was recording at him and White shit. That White is the nigga who run the page. I'm telling Blanco sent you. You know what I mean? I was recording.
Shout out to my son Puka too. Uncle Murder, little brother. We was up top together.
So while we was there recording, we was there with everybody, like me, Nipsey, White, Murder, Mano. Everybody was up there. And we was in this little ass town in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? We was recording out there, probably like an hour outside of the city and all that. But anyway, so while I was there, and Tax was there too, and Tax was he had got cool with Bleak, and Bleak and them had came to my mom's crib. You know what I'm saying? Because I lived across the street from Marcy, so he had came to my mom's crib, and I had went over there and we had met up and we chopped it up because Hove wanted to do a deal with me, and at the same time he wanted Bleak involved in the deal. You know what I mean?
So where it would be like a 50-50, like
right,
right, 50 venture type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, get you.
So he wanted to do a deal with me, and so he told Bleak, because Bleak went to him and told him Hove like, yo, you need to snatch the homie up. He from the hood. This is that and the third. And he told the nigga, yo, you bring him over here. And if he do the deal with y'all, then we'll get behind it and do whatever. You know what I mean? That's how I got with Bleak. Which was originally through Tax. You know what I'm saying? But then it also went through with Hove, and then that's how we got over there with, to fuck with them.
Nah, that's dope. You heard I'm reading the comments because this shit is streaming simultaneously to Facebook and YouTube, and people like, I don't really get into sports. Nah, this ain't just sports. This sports and music. And anything you want to come up on here with, we unedited and since it's just unscripted. Southwest, Twirl Talk Sports, Manolo Road. We talking that talk right now. So, fast forward along, you done came with a couple good big records coming where,
Yeah, definitely.
Word, ball drop,
right?
Run, shit like that.
It's so crazy.
Generated.
It's so crazy, bro. Like
party starters to this day.
Yes, and it's crazy, bro. And what's crazy is that niggas be low key not wanting to really give me my credit and just do. But half of these niggas be sounding like me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing I can say. You ain't come out trying to sound like nobody.
Nobody, nigga. Ain't no father to my shit. You feel me? Ain't no father to my style. You feel me?
Coming from the rap tree, you come from like your brother, my son, Nav and Perb. Them niggas used to say so. I still remember some of their freestyle.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I said. My son Nav said, "What y'all bitches know about Fitzpatrick, rich bastard?" That shit had me time.
Yeah, I would tell you the funny shit. Yo, remember the nigga Perb said. Remember the nigga Perb said, "Yo, Joker made America's most."
Oh, geez, I was right there.
Look, the nigga said, "Joker made America's most." And then he shot Twan in his ass with an American toast.
After he shot names, I'ma leave anonymous because they might take it as some kind of diss. Shout out to him, you heard? He seen it.
You know what I'm saying?
He seen it across the street by the mailbox. We posted up 54th Street. My son Perb out there. Hype, you already know Dipset was in the building, and I ain't talking about rap group. You heard? But moving right along, Perb seen boy right and was like, he was like, oh, remember we just came from watching America's Most Wanted. So when he when he seen boy, he said, my nigga Joe America's Most, nigga with America's Toast.
He got torn in his ass with an American toast.
Bro. I said, I can't do this with this.
Yeah, nigga said he shot torn in his ass with an American toast. That shit, because he had the Desert Eagle.
Yo, bro, that was fucked up, man.
He said he shot him in his ass with a Desert Eagle. That shit was the funniest shit ever.
Got a nigga with America's toast. I said,
that's a fact.
That's
old. You know what I'm saying? Like
nigga 54th Street that y'all motherfuckers was barred from. I be seeing a lot of motherfucking hagglers pulling up over there when I be pulling. I'll be like, this is allowed over there.
Right. So, like, you know what's so crazy too, but that you know what I mean. Just to getting back to it, like it's ill because like I said, nobody fathered my shit. And you know, niggas don't be really wanting to give me my credit like they supposed to. Because like if niggas listen to the last fucking 10 Pop Smoke records, he say run Ricky every time.
Run Ricky run.
Right. He say every time. You know what I mean? And niggas
Billy G. Yeah,
you know?
Nah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas be running with my shit. You feel me?
Nah, definitely.
You know what I mean? But right now I'm doing a bunch of shit. So, you know, I'm right now writing for Cardi on her new album, shit like that. I did a lot of joints for PNB Rock and his shit.
West Side, bringing you shit live, man.
Yeah, so shit. When PNB Rock, he wouldn't even have a deal if it wasn't for me.
Shit like that.
He wouldn't even have a deal because
I would have never knew that, and come to think about it, he be sounding like you a lot with his
like if you listen to the record
like that.
If you listen to the record No Time, my ad-libs is still on the song. You know what I mean? And the nigga,
what you fucking with, boy? Alright.
Yeah, we good. Like it wasn't like me and the nigga was ever friends or nothing like that.
It was just
just a business situation because what happened was the nigga had when the nigga first came home, you know what I mean, and Meek and Kevin Hart and all them niggas was really jacking boy, you know what I mean, and they was like you know, being that day from Philly, he from Philly, they was on some shit. They was trying to really like, you know, push him. You know what I mean? They was really trying to push him, and they was like, yo, we need, you know, niggas need some records. So I had an interview with hip hop since 1987, and they was like, yo, you know, when you come do the interview, could you come and work with some songs with PNB Rock? At the time, I didn't know who he was, but the dude who set it up, my man, at the time, it was a dude, his manager name was Aubrey, but he was a nigga that I was cool with. You know what I mean? My manager was cool with him. My manager at the time, Khalid, he was cool with the nigga. Right. So Khalid like, yo, look, we gonna go out there, do the interview, and then work on some records with, you know, with PNB, with the dude PNB. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. So when I got down there, I gave him, I you know what I mean? I wrote about like 6-7 joints for him. And I had, the moment I left him and posted a picture with him and shit, the next day, Atlantic, the nigga Orlando from Atlantic came down to meet with him because he seen me vibing with him and everybody was fucking with him at the time. And when Orlando went down there, you know, to see the nigga,
right,
he heard the records I did for him. And one of the records that really got him his deal was the record No Time that I wrote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how he got his deal.
And basically speaking, I'm gonna throw it out there. Niggas gotta get that credit where credit is due.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of joints that I did for a lot of niggas.
Yo, G's, I always wanted to ask you this, G's. You had static with the Troy Ave, nigga?
Yeah, like later on, not in its initial sense. You know what I mean? Later on.
Because the niggas gotta tell me that song was about you. I fuck with the hoes and the gangsters. I fuck with
possibly. Yeah. Possibly. I don't know, but possibly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
playing that, and the nigga was like, "Yo, you know, you talk about G's." I'm like,
"Yo, you know, when we, it just like, it just like,
see me some shit like that. I'll be a little out the loop."
Yeah, we had a falling out because, okay, so when my first record on the radio, well, not really my first one, it was the second one, but my first one on the radio was All About the Money, right? So how that shit came to be was I did everything, did the record or whatever, me and my man Rufio. Them niggas, a DJ, a nigga I know that I'm cool with, he was DJing for Troy Avenue. You know what I mean? My man Act Murder. And Act was DJing for them, and he was like, yo, he played the record, the All About the Money record.
Right.
And he kept and at their barbecue, he was at their barbecue at the time and he played the record. And he like, yo, these niggas asked to play this record 20 times. And he said, yo, the nigga said, what you want for the record? So I'm like, yo, I'm like, cool. All right, we could do some business, and I give y'all niggas the record. You know what I mean? But here's what I want. So on. So crazy shit is, we, as we're doing it and we got it, so we moving on. But the nigga, he never gets back to me. You know what I mean? I had a conversation with the nigga, and the nigga like, yo, you want to do it, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, let's make it happen. But then a month go by, the nigga never hit me. So when a month went by, I was like, yo, I put the record out on my own. So I put the record out myself called Dope Man. And the shit start, doing what it was doing. But what niggas really don't know and understand is that when you're a virtually unknown artist at the time, like myself, you putting a record out, it could be a smash, but
right.
You know what I mean? But niggas ain't hearing it. Hold on,
right. No, if it ain't no backing behind it, nigga not trying to jack it. It's your boy Ty West, Twirl Talk Sports. Want to give a big shout out. Twirl Talk Sports is now on Iran Network, and my boy John Logic, he's from Far Rock, preferably 54th Street. So shout out to Iran Network, man. Directed and produced by my man John Logic, man, from Far Rock. He got his own motherfucking channel going on, and we just supporting everybody that's supporting us, man. Al, fuck with us.
So like I said, like when you putting out the record and you like a virtually unknown artist, as I was at the time, it's like, damn, niggas is hearing it, but it ain't getting that major push. You feel me?
It definitely generated some buzz though and got you looked at, bro.
Yeah, so this what happened. So as this shit is going, Troy Ave and them niggas, they found out that niggas put the record out. You know what I mean? And whatever. So now it's moving. But see, at the time he was scrambling. You know what I mean? He's scrambling for a record. He's trying to find a record.
He's trying to get a big hit from somebody.
He's trying to get a big one for himself. You know what I mean? He like, fuck. So now he come back to me. And Ack already gave him the record. So he doubled, matter of not Ack, not farm. I don't put that shit on son's name. the nigga Rufio, the nigga who did the beat, he doubles back with the nigga who did the beat and gave the nigga $1,000 for the beat.
Right.
So when he gave the nigga $1,000 for the beat, Son also gave him the original recordings. Right. It was done in his studio.
He did some fish market shit.
Right. And now what he did was
he did some fish market.
Yeah, what he did was he redid the vocals, but left me on the hook, but redid most of my vocals. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's what niggas do.
And so that's how the shit happened with the falling out.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, man, niggas ain't renting no space on that type of negativity, man. Geez, you know that. That's why I was just about to say, like, nigga, you still moving forward.
Let me tell you,
they putting out a track every week on a nigga.
Yeah, because this is crazy about the whole shit, like, because a lot of this shit I never even really speak on, like. Because I just kept it how it was. You know what I mean? Just kept it in the streets and shit like that. I never even really spoke on what went on in the behind the scenes of all of those things. Yeah, so
flam.
So niggas was really, you know what I mean? Niggas was really beefing with them niggas at the time. You know what I mean? I remember the nigga, you know what I mean, he died, God bless his dead, the nigga Banger. I remember me and Cali. You know what I mean? Me and Cali Bud beat the nigga up in the club.
Nah, we not gonna do that. It's just
not. All right. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, like, not to go into none of that shit. You're right, but it was a lot of like. See, I didn't understand the industry shit. So when he was going to the radio, he would be like saying all of this stuff he gonna do and all of, you know what I mean? Speaking on niggas' name, and I ain't never say that because I'm like, yo, when we outside. We smashing y'all while we in the street. And it's like, but for him, it didn't matter. It was like, yo, just what niggas believe on the internet. That's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
fuck all that kind of shit, G. You
Yeah,
still out here.
yeah. So nah,
Still
so look,
relevant. I see you drop that pink fur not too long ago.
yeah, and we
Shit
had
like that.
yeah,
That's the
and
type of shit we
yeah,
doing.
and we moved on, and then
Right.
we just brainstormed from there because really, no honesty though, and then this just is true. It's like this, and this is for all the niggas, all the artists that's coming up now, a coming up period. It's like it's trials and tribulations in this shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And you run into these things because like this shit is built off. If you want to be a real mainstream artist, this shit is built off of the records. You know what I mean? Sales, how big the record is. You know what I mean? So these are things that you come across. So yeah. So after that, even after I had All About the Money, I put Run Ricky Run out right after that. You know what I'm saying? It was all at the same time. And that's what even me and his issue really started from. Because I'm like, yo,
that's what I heard
right,
too, off the Run Ricky Run shit.
Yeah, because I said to the nigga, listen, okay, well look, I know I'm still the fairly new artist. Niggas don't really know me. So I'm saying, okay.
But he was fairly new too. It's not like he was some established.
Yeah, nah. But at the same
5 years, he was new.
No, he wasn't. He was a few years in. And I'm gonna say this is because it's like, yo.
Because to be honest, I knew some dudes from the block he was claiming, and they was like, I never seen this Joker over there. But right along.
Yeah, but no, that's true. But this is what I'm saying though. He still had a platform because remember at that time he was even beefing with 50 because 50 didn't like the fact that Money Nails was promoting him like he was the new 50. This before 50 got out of music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, all right.
But he was trying to say he was like 50 Cent. But he already had those songs with Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo and all that shit. He already had all that.
Yeah, he did have a little.
He already had a little situation going. So I told the nigga, yo, look, we could do a trade-off where you could take the record. That's cool. You got the record. We moving. You know what I mean? You got me moving. Cool. No hard feelings. But just post Run Ricky Run. Nigga told me no. He said, nah, I can't. He said, yo, I told you I'll give you a verse. I'll swap it out for a verse. I told the nigga, I don't want no verse.
Right.
Because I already know that game. It's like, yo, yeah, you're gonna give me the verse.
Wow.
But you're not gonna post it. So it's still gonna only be to me. It's still gonna be me as this fairly brand new artist that niggas really don't know. Right. But that's the game. So I understood that, and I was like, nah, I don't want that.
See, that shit probably discouraged the average motherfucker that's coming up. I'm gonna give you one for instance. I thought he was gonna be a big artist, and you don't even hear him. And I say that to say this because you kept going and you done put out other hot albums after that. And like you remember when first time I ever heard that Future motherfucker, I was in jail and he came out. Remember that dude, that YC nigga?
YC, yeah.
I thought he was gonna be big, and I never heard from Boy
again, because he didn't write the record.
Nah, I heard, but I heard he had some bullshit going on with Son with Future.
Yeah, because remember see this is the thing with that whole situation. They try to steal Future record.
Oh, right.
It was the same situation, like me and Son.
That's why I said that. Like,
it was the same situation, like me and Son. Only thing difference is Future was me, and and Ab was YC. He tried to steal Future record.
YC racks on.
He tried to steal Future record and run on with it. But yeah, you know what I mean. So as I progressed, my nigga, and just went on, that's when it really came in. Like, oh, nigga, I did you a solid. Do me one. He said, cutting. That's when the shit just got ugly. But even moving along after that, that's how me and friends got together and even did like, you know what I mean? I did joints with Puff. I got Puff joints. Yeah. So it's like we did the remix with Puff shit.
You gotta put a cut. If you could put them out, there should be a lot of legal shit behind this shit. If you could put something out, man, you know where to post that. Throw that on Twirl Talk Sports Facebook group, man. You already know how we do that.
Nah, that's a fact. That shit is like, you know what I mean? So I got joints with me, French, and Puff. You know what I mean?
Right. Now that's gangster. Hey yo, G's, I was gonna ask you, right? So I've been seeing you, you know, since all the George Floyd shit and all that
Mm-hmm.
arose and shit in
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota. I seen you been on the front lines, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
me knowing you how I know you, a lot of people don't know, like you into your culture and your blackness and
Yeah,
just
that's a fact.
all that. Like it's crazy. Like I be seeing some of your stories, so that you know, I always tell you, like, yo, bro, your stories, you be watching some of the craziest shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker might have some real hateful black, oh man, enslavement shit on. Like, see,
Yeah,
this is what these motherfucking crackers was doing to us back then.
yeah,
Yo, this shit
yeah.
crazy. So
And
you
that's
people
true
on there,
too.
you know, if I was to see anybody, shout out to my dudes like Kurt Taylor and all that from the hood that was on the front line. My son
Yeah.
Freaky Ty from the Lost Boys, son, all on front line.
Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah,
My
no
man.
doubt. Geez, I had him on, you heard, and I don't know, the connection got for who was on, and his shit got like fucked up. So we definitely got to do that over again and
Yeah.
over. But hell yeah, geez, it was definitely a salute seeing you do that. So how was that whole experience just being out there on the front line? Just seeing all the madness that was going on behind the bullshit that transpired.
Yeah, you know what's so ill about that is this. When it comes to myself, this shit ain't nothing new for me. This is something I already was doing. You know what I mean? I always, you know, been on this type of shit because my first time really even joining any protest and shit like that was for, you know, we was doing a petition for the government to free Mumia Abu Jamal, you know what I mean, and Jamil Alameen, A-Trap Brown, you know what I mean. Them dudes is doing probably got about 40 years in now, you know what I mean, 40 to 42 years in, and one of the longest political prisoners ever, you know what I'm saying, in this country. Besides Michelle McGee.
I be seeing you know about a lot of that shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was, you know what I mean? I even helped with getting portion of in the star for Sonny Carson to get the street sign named after him. I was involved in that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So
I see you posting George Jackson, Angela Davis, shit like that.
Yeah. So
definitely be in tune with what we all and shit like that.
Right. So I was already involved in all of that shit. I was already doing that for the, you know, just from the Vanguard movement. And speaking on you know, I have correspondence with like Matul Shakur, Sandiata Koli. You know, Matul Shakur, that's Tupac's stepfather.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's where he get the Shakur name from. It's from Matul. You know what I'm saying? That's Mo Preem Pops, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still in correspondence with them dudes, you know what I mean? With Sandiata Koli. Right now, he probably got 30 some odd years in.
Hell
You know what I mean?
Nah, that's dope though, bro. Just to be in tune with that type of shit, and you know, just knowing the shit you know. Because like I know you, bro. When it comes to that type of shit, you know a lot more than I do. So I look into the shit you be, you know. But I know my fair share.
Yeah. So you know, so at the end of the day, like, so all of that shit was going on, like, so just from this George Floyd situation, this is nothing new for me. So I jumped out there early because I wanted to really just experience and just keep, you know what I mean, keep pushing that shit forward. You know what I mean? This is something I'm really passionate about, you know what I mean?
Nah, hell yeah. And the same here with what I'm doing.
Right. So
like what?
So it's like even with shit like that, you know, even with shit like that situation, like I said, I always tell niggas this shit is bigger than George Floyd. George Floyd ain't the first motherfucker.
No, and he probably,
you know
and he won't be the last because this shit is
no, and he won't. And he won't. He definitely wasn't the last. And they mad more niggas after him. But the ill shit is this. You know what I mean? You know, my biggest gripe is right now, which is fighting for political prisoners who've been in jail all this time. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow.
You know what I mean? Seeing these OGs. You know what I mean? Because it's like these niggas is in the feds, and when niggas start protesting and shit like this, these niggas get thrown in the hole.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nah, that's dope, bro. That's ill. And you know, it's just you know, coming from where we coming from, it's a lot of other children and kids and teenagers and motherfuckers out here that don't know about this type of stuff, that need to know about this type of stuff, and it'd be sad that people walk around blind, not knowing.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. They get buried. You know what I mean? They get too deep.
I got part of me. It's hot in here. I got to cut my circulation.
We'll use the package.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
And not even really to get too deep on the situation. I'm gonna say this and then we can move on. Mm-hmm. Like just great niggas like Sekou Dinga, who he was the father of Yaki Gaddafi. You know what I mean? The nigga that Yaki Gaddafi was down with the outlaws.
Outlaws, right?
And when he got killed.
He got killed right after Pop type shit.
Right after Pop, yeah, I got shot in his building.
Right.
And they were saying because a nigga that he was cool was playing with the gun and the gun went off. But these great men like Sekou Dinga, he had one of the illest stories ever where the nigga was the nigga that broke one of the niggas that helped break Asada Shakur out of jail.
Now that was one of the most gangsters.
You know what I mean? And the nigga so ill because the nigga came from here. He broke out of jail himself, escaped, went to Algeria, got trained in guerrilla warfare, then went to Vietnam and was trained again in Vietnamese guerrilla warfare, then came back to America, broke her out of jail, and went to jail.
Crazy.
Did all this time and came home. You feel me?
Yeah, I knew about that. That was.
You know what I mean? So. And that's Yaki Gaddafi's father, and you know what I mean? And nigga lost his time and raising his kid, and his kid got killed on some bullshit from being high. Them niggas is drunk, popping pills, getting high on some Jersey shit.
Hey, yo, before we get out of here, because my man got another stream he got to do. What projects you got going on right now, and where they could go find you at?
Well, you can find me on Manolo_Rose on IG. Same thing on Twitter. And just Manolo Rose on Facebook. And the new project we doing season 2 right now that we working on. You can go stream right now. You can stream Guard Hour right now that's out. Right. But we doing season 2 right now that we in the process of doing. And this time I'm throwing a lot of features on there. So me and Jimmy got some shit that's hard, that's crazy. Me and Freddie Gibbs got some shit that's crazy. That's gonna be on there. And so what I mean, look out for that season 2. That's gonna be crazy.
Nah, that's
look, you're playing the record right now. Shout out to my nigga Mano.
Hell yeah.
Loyalty record.
Crazy. I heard about Mano back in 2003. My first bid, I was with this dude named Barry from Brownsville. Had a lot of time there. He was like, yo, my man Maine about to come out. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. But yeah, it's your boy Ty West, Twirl Talk Sports to go. We in here unedited, uncensored, unscripted. Shout out to my boy Manolo Rose. You already know this produced by motherfucking iRent Network. My boy John Logic, Far Rock's own. You already know he got that whole channel popping, but you already know Manolo. We got to get together, do something, little basketball.
Anytime, bro.
Little basketball. It's something, bro. We got to put something together. Salute you, G's. You already know it's always love on my end.
You know it. Salute.
Salute you, G's. We out of here, bro. Y'all already know. Y'all go subscribe to that iRent Network. My boy John Logic, man. He got this shit popping, man. He got the whole channel going. Salute. He fucking with Far Rock. He's from Far Rock, so he's fucking with us. Go tap in that iRent Network. Out.